In the cold vastness of space, General Vogtal of the Zorath Empire stood tall on the command bridge of his massive warship, the Dominion's Fist. His scales shimmered under the artificial lights, his four crimson eyes scanning reports from countless battlefields across the galaxy. The Zorath were known as ruthless conquerors, unstoppable, cold, and efficient. Vogtal had seen everything. Planets burned to ashes, civilizations begging for mercy, and warriors who fought until their last breath. Yet nothing had ever unsettled him. That was about to change. Today, Vogtal's fleet hovered above a small blue planet, Earth. The Zorath Empire had heard whispers of humanity's growing strength and potential for violence. The Council of Elders had ordered him to observe the species before launching a full invasion, expecting another easy conquest. Vogtal, ever curious, decided to study these primitive beings himself before making any decision about invasion. The warship's advanced systems pulled up countless records of human conflicts, ancient wars, medieval battles, modern warfare, and even brutal skirmishes in distant deserts and frozen wastelands. Vogtal watched, intrigued, as the footage unfolded. It began with images of ancient warriors, humans with simple weapons, swords, and shields. Despite the primitive tools, they fought with ferocity, never backing down even when outnumbered. He watched them charge into hopeless battles, driven by nothing but honor, loyalty, or sheer stubbornness. They faced impossible odds, yet fought with a fire that seemed almost irrational to the logical Zorath mind. Vogtal frowned. Primitive but brave, he thought. Then the footage shifted to the great wars of the 20th century. Explosions ripped through cities, skies filled with planes dropping devastation below, and trenches turned into endless graveyards. But what shocked Vogtal was not the destruction, it was the humans themselves. Soldiers climbed out of muddy holes, charged into gunfire, and held the line for their comrades. Even when death was certain, they fought on with terrifying resolve. They do not break, Vogtal noted, his claws tapping nervously on the console. The most unsettling footage was yet to come: modern warfare. Precision strikes, guerrilla tactics, urban combat, it was chaos. But every human in those images fought with terrifying determination. They didn't need advanced weapons to be dangerous. Their willpower alone was a weapon. Soldiers pulled wounded comrades to safety under heavy fire. Others sacrificed themselves to protect civilians. There were stories of bravery so profound that even the Zorath general, hardened by centuries of conquest, felt the weight of their courage. Vogtal felt something he had never experienced before: fear. He remembered his own soldiers, Zorath warriors who fought because they were ordered to, trained to obey without question. The Zorath never fought for love, loyalty, or sheer defiance. But these humans, they fought for each other. The footage ended with images of human cities rebuilding after devastation, people embracing in victory and mourning their dead with deep, genuine emotion. Humanity didn't just survive war. They came back stronger, smarter, and more united. Vogtal sat back in his command chair, silent. Hours passed. Finally, he stood and summoned his second-in-command, Captain Drowzek. "Prepare the invasion fleet," Drowzek said confidently, assuming his general would give the usual orders of conquest. But Vogtal shook his head slowly. "No, cancel the invasion." Drowzek blinked in confusion. "General, we can crush them easily. Their technology is primitive." Vogtal turned, his crimson eyes filled with something new: respect and fear. "You didn't see what I saw. These humans, they don't fight like us. They don't need advanced weapons to be terrifying. They fight for reasons we cannot understand. Loyalty, love, hope. They would never surrender, and they would destroy us piece by piece in their defiance. The room fell into silence. "I am resigning from my command," Voktal announced suddenly. The crew gasped. A Zorath general resigning was unheard of. "I will go to Earth," he continued, "not as a conqueror, but as a student. There is something about humanity that we must learn if we are to survive in this universe." Without waiting for a response, Voktal left the command bridge, his mind made up. Weeks later, hidden beneath a human disguise, Voktal found himself walking the crowded streets of New York City. The noise, the energy, the sheer chaos. It was overwhelming, yet beautiful. The scent of food from street vendors, the music from passing cars, and the constant chatter of people living their lives surrounded him in a way that was alien but strangely comforting. He watched as humans argued passionately, laughed loudly, helped strangers, and celebrated life in ways no Zorath ever did. Humanity wasn't just strong because of their wars. They were strong because they lived through them and still found reasons to smile. Every face he passed told a story of resilience, determination, and hope. One evening, he found himself in a small cafe, watching a group of veterans share stories. They laughed about past battles, mourned fallen comrades, and spoke of pain with a courage that shook Voktal to his core. Their scars were visible, both physical and emotional, yet they carried them with pride. He approached one of them, an older man with kind eyes and scars that told stories of survival. "Why do humans fight so hard?" Voktal asked, his voice heavy with curiosity. The veteran looked at him for a moment and smiled. "Because we have something worth fighting for. Family, freedom, love. We don't always get it right, but when we fight, it's not just for ourselves. It's for everyone we care about." Voktal nodded slowly. It was the answer he had been seeking. Days turned into weeks as Voktal immersed himself in human culture. He watched parents sacrifice for their children, strangers help one another in times of crisis, and communities come together after tragedies. He realized that humanity's true power didn't come from technology or brute force. It came from their unbreakable spirit and endless capacity for compassion. In that moment, he realized the terrifying truth. Humanity wasn't dangerous because of their weapons or technology. They were dangerous because of their heart, their unbreakable will to protect what they loved. And for the first time in his life, Voktal was not afraid of humanity. He admired them, and he was ready to learn what it truly meant to be strong.